Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to review Fetch.ai. For those who are unfamiliar with my channel, what I do is I feed crypto projects into a model. The model has an output. I evaluate that model's output to reality, reflect and modify, and try to correlate the model to the highest ROI in the cryptocurrency space. This is my model. The project is Fetch.ai, and I'm going to go ahead and dive right into it. So what is Fetch.ai? It is a decentralized machine learning platform for artificial intelligence, distributed ledger technology, and multi-agent systems. It's basically a framework for this architecture for artificial intelligent agents to intercommunicate and work together. So it's an agent framework. It is tools for running agents. It's modularity, it's composability, it's extensible. Isolated subsections, think of Legos, is basically what we mean by modularity. What we mean by composable is interconnectedness, and extensible means like how updatable and relevant are these toolkits capable of being. Now, you can imagine this is going to be, you need developers for all these things. So that would be the question is, how valuable is this platform? It will be how well they are at developing these toolkits, as well as how good they are at incentivizing on-ramping of developers, as well as how good are they at generating revenues that drive value back to the token. These autonomous agents are like life forms. They behave on users as well as themselves, or their owners or other agents. It's basically code groups. Now, I'm going to get into why this is going to be important when I talk about the market section of this, but the implications of this are quite extensive. As many of you know, I am going through artificial intelligence right now because I think artificial intelligence is going to be a major narrative either in the next crypto run or in our lives pretty soon. The technology is maturing. And it seems to me that this is the right time frame for artificial intelligence. So we're talking about a collective learning framework for these AI units, these agents. They can share information to each other in a private manner without sharing any details you don't want them to know. There's also a directory for agent search and functionality that they will build into this, like the Google of autonomous agents, as well as using the ledger, which is the smart contracts, the automation component of value systems. Many people don't understand the reason you need cryptocurrency for a lot of these different projects is for this reason right here. Anytime you have a value system that has an automations built into it, where you do not want that value system to be editable by a single entity, that's a system that you would need a ledger for, a distributed ledger or DLTs for cryptocurrencies. You can think of anything that would be of value for if an agent is selling itself or it's selling a service. You would need that service to be validated, or you would need that agent to behave properly. And these are all the mechanisms that the cryptocurrency component of this fills. It is an agent-oriented versus object-oriented. Software agents represent and act on behalf of the owners. Internet of Things, devices, framework, agents, secure negotiations, track knowledge, etc. Seeing the best flights, whatever people build, right, is what these agents can do. Some of the technical components of this is that it is a DAG that fills into a validated and verified by validators, and then it's added to the blockchain. So the DAG component up front feeds into the blockchain component in the back, so that it could have that speed, and then it can have that organization of information into the blockchain component, because there are different trade-offs between DAG and blockchain. In the earlier versions of this, it said proof of work, but in the later versions, it was talking about proof of stake, Tendermint technology. This is the source of that. But you can see in the older documents, they were talking about proof of work, but this is now proof of stake using Tendermint as a framework for this project. All right, I'm going to dive directly into the model now and what the model expects for token performance. So future increase in demand, the model has it for green, has that as a healthy component. Regarding social media, it appears to be something that is semi under the radar, not something that's being super hyped at the moment. So that is something that you want to see when you invest in it. Regarding the weak hand metrics, 99% of the holders have held for longer than a year, and only 40% are in the money right now, 60% are in the red. So that it's getting towards that period of time where not everybody's in profit, and most people are long-term holders. So that's another time that you would look into wanting to buy. So that's a green metric. Regarding the roadmap, so you can see they have quite a roadmap lined up here. Some of the things that I outlined was the things that I think are interesting. What you could read it on your own if you want. You can look for the roadmap on your own. But the things that I looked at that I thought was interesting or most important is integration to a sub-query indexer protocol to bring fast querying capabilities to the Fetch system. So querying capabilities, that means organization of how we find information, etc. Fetch Station Explorer features, like NFTs, user interfaces, etc. And more work on the framework. Designing a better improvement proposal process. So around the end of this year or maybe early next year, the improvement proposal process should be modified or is going to be modified. They're going to have, digital twin platform applications. So that's more launch of, that's a big one. So, when they launch the digital twin platform applications, that could be a big deal. Launch of Fetch Network ecosystem DEX, that's a element that should be important. And bridges, etc. So, there's a lot of things that look like they could be. I don't know if this doesn't look like a super heavy hype type of roadmap. All that matters is that they continue to deliver, and they continue to deliver value. As long as they stick to that, this roadmap will look good. It doesn't look like a hype cycle. It looks more like it would be a gradual price increase if they deliver high quality upgrades over time and then get market share. So that's something you have to think about with the roadmap. Regarding governance, it is a centralized entity right now. Singaporean Foundation with 4 trustees. The team and the foundation basically control this, but it is proof of stake. So the token will take on bigger roles in the future as time goes on. But right now, it's most of the team probably is the holders, as you could see. Regarding this metric, 99% of the tokens are held for longer than a year. They're probably holding out for a better day when this thing does really well before it becomes decentralized, and they want to reap the fruits of their labors or hand off a lot of those governance factors to the community. Being proof of stake means that the validators will take control through consensus, social consensus, etc. And that improvement proposal process will also be one of the elements of governance. But I put it green for now because this is an older project and they continue to deliver. They're still staying on the radar. They're still putting out reports. So it looks like they'll continue to deliver and they'll keep pushing on and hopefully capture market share, etc. All right, so to get into some of the core aspects of this that make it important, how big this is one of the more exciting components, is how big is the market opportunity? We're talking about access to service data, software agents, right? Artificial intelligence is going to be one of the things that's going to change humanity. We might not even need money someday. This statement I'm saying might sound crazy, but if very few people understand how fast artificial intelligence is coming on the scene, and if artificial intelligence can do all the jobs that a human can do, which is coming, and I would argue that's not even that far away based on the research I've seen. It's happening a lot faster than even what the professionals have said. For instance, here, an example of this real quick for me to specify. The reason I'm going over artificial intelligence projects right now is not that long ago, people, artificial intelligence experts said that artificial intelligence wouldn't be able to identify what makes a person pretty, or what makes a person handsome, or what makes a person look like this or that. That is done today. That's already done. It happened in 3 years. They also said that artificial intelligence wouldn't be able to do Go. Well, that's already done that. Artificial intelligence wouldn't be able to do art. I remember people saying that. It can do that now too as well. So artificial intelligence will do everything that humans can do. We are seeing that happen, and it is bursting on the scene right now. And timing-wise, this project aims to help a framework for artificial intelligence agents. So we're talking limitless market opportunity, replacing all human labor with AI. Sure, it could be software at first, but that software is going to communicate with each other through robots or through software agents, as this specifies. So it's a very large market opportunity. I can't even imagine the number I can put to artificial intelligence, but if they get some of that value to flow through here, especially in the time, if they capture more, they start building legitimate agents, it could be limitless. I mean, we're talking limitless in the way to change humanity. Regarding token use for the platform, token is access to the network. It's collateral for the nodes and the agents to behave properly. It's gas, it's proof of stake, Tendermint. It's definitely a main part of the security, so it is a critical component. And what I mean by its main part of security, it is collateral for proper behavior. If you misbehave, your collateral gets slashed. All right. Now regarding ICO performance, all these metrics are good. I'm just going to say that. They raised a good amount. They didn't raise too much. They didn't raise too little. So they should accomplish their goals. Recent price action is good. This thing is not being hyped. We're in a bear market. Great time to enter. The time to enter is now if you believe in this project. Now, token could have better metrics in my opinion. There's no dividend irrelevancy, meaning that there's no dividend, there's no token burn, no elements like that. So, tokens, that's one of the weaker elements of the token model. The only thing that could really create scarcity for this token is people putting up collateral for those agents to run. Otherwise, the token doesn't have much of an element that will accrue value. So that's a weaker element of this, is that there's no dividend or there's no token burn. But so you would be betting on that people would be putting a lot of agents onboarded to this application for the token to appreciate. Token distribution and all those elements are good. It is a low market cap. It's 55 million circulating, diluted to about 100 million. So this is a relatively low market cap project, which is good. We like to see that. All right, so the team, Human Sheikha, CEO, early investor in Google DeepMind. The CTO is an early developer in Google DeepMind. They have some developers that are part of artificial intelligence. And this project has been live since 2020, as well as having a 95 rating on Certic, security rating, so these are all things that contribute to how trustworthy the team is. The security rating, the background of the team, the partnerships, IOTA, Binance, Waves, Bosch, a $70 billion revenues company is partnered with them, Festo, and Data. So these are all things that contribute to make the team look legitimate, as well as their interviews, etc. That being said, I just put a neutral rating for outstanding scores because they don't have any billion-dollar startups or anything like that. They did make a 600 million cap at their peak. So, that's an accomplishment, but that was during the bull market. But they didn't hit that $1 billion or get 1 million customers, etc. So I just put kind of neutral for that. But they seem to be people that will deliver, or they'll continue working on this platform. And you can think that through their backgrounds, through the Certic rating, and through their partnerships. So it seems that they will deliver. They're not going to run off. High value upgrade. So all the developer components, the incentives would be there for people to make autonomous agents and to write it to the network. Put their autonomous agents to earn the token. The token does have a good liquidity depth, so there is incentive to do that. so that all of the developer components look good. Business models that demand the token reflect their needs. If there ever is companies that write AI agents, that company would want to hold a bunch of this token in the form of collateralized positions by onboarding AI. So that would be where you would see large business models writing to tokens. So that could be a good part of the token model. And they do have major onboards, which is that Bosch company. And I do expect the user experience to get good. I expect network effect to be good. The moat and the flywheel effect, I do expect that to be the case. For first mover, they're early and timely in this specific market, so I gave them green for that. Now, the things that gave me pause are that I couldn't find their growth metrics. I couldn't find it. And I questioned their Telegram groups. I questioned their Discord. I just couldn't find the metrics like users, AI deployments, things like that. Couldn't find it. So that is the biggest cautionary tale here. But I still put that there could be a price FOMO from the roadmap and the fact that this project it's pretty much on the radar compared to other projects. And I do think AI is coming in the future. And I think the maturity of AI is going to be in the next crypto market cycle. I think it's going to be one of the major narratives. Final summary. Low market cap with accomplished CEO, I put neutral for that. Early to social media, I put yes. Live niche, I did put yes. They're alive. They have a running blockchain, and they're probably looking for customers and trying to servicing people. However, I can't verify those exactly. Pros, market timing. I think that being in AI right now is the time to be. This is the time to be in AI. AI is going to mature. This next decade, this next 20 years is going to be the greatest transformation in human history in the form of AI. It's happening right now. Good funding and price metrics, large market opportunity, relative low cap. The cons, mostly centralized governance, unknown adoption metrics. It was difficult to find. So those are the two, not many cons, but that is a big one for me. Hopefully, maybe I could update this in the future and put the growth metrics, or we can see the metrics for adoption. All right, that is my public review of Fetch.ai. My next section, I'm going to review for my patrons on my personal actions and my personal assessment. And I'll see you there. If you like this kind of content, please like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time.